When the end came, there was no bright light that millions of people were guided to, like some sort of midday traffic jam for people who neither knew their destination nor really cared. There was only overwhelming peace. The silence was deafening, and at the same time, I felt like my eardrums were going to explode, because this complete and total silence was so pure, it stained the whites in my eyes, the soft spot in my heart for puppies and Christmas carolers black, as it crescendoed louder and louder with its angelic virtue. And all those questions left unanswered, all those bills I forgot to pay, and the things that I had done but long forgotten suddenly didn't matter. I was washed clean of all past regrets and traumas. I felt wrung out and dry, like I had lost part of myself to the deep abyss as my soul was bleached clean. People would later forget the way they were before the end came, but I wouldn't or couldn't. There were always reminders. I never forgot the laugh that shook her entire body, or that smile that tickled my soul. Some things couldn't be forgotten and were not meant to be. And there were reasons for this, reasons beyond my control or that of my ancestors in the heavens, beyond the universe even, but I would spend the rest of eternity bound and determined to find out. Time passed without much concept of how long I had been like this or if space was ever going to change. I spent my time in between moments that stretched on forever. Flashbacks of my life would play behind closed eyelids, but only for a brief second before vanishing into the shadows again. This purgatory was peaceful but lonely. I found myself entertaining deep thoughts that became more and more complex as I thought more and more about it. And then one day, as I was contemplating my toes and fingertips in a way that I'd never had time for before, I was sucked into the vacuum of space. I felt as though I was a rag doll being pulled through an endless ocean. Lights flashed past, distant galaxies full of people in their routine lives, unaware of anyone other than themselves and their bleak existence. Spiraling through an abandoned corridor. Empty. Empty in fact for everyone other than a single soul. A small child. A girl. One with long, velvety, chestnut brown hair neatly pulled together with a red ribbon. Her black dress laps at white stocking ankles, and her black shoes click at the shiny checkered marble as she hopscotches down the hallway. I see this girl but don't at the same time. Where 2 eyes and a button nose should be, I meet only a blank slate. Like Picasso never began to etch into his blank tapestry, just left it curiously empty and alone. I reached for her small, delicate hand, but it slips through empty fingertips as she jerks her body away from mine, emitting a sound unparalleled to nails on a chalkboard, ripping flesh, and blood-curdling screams combined. Like that of dying, she had kept going on until at last I collapsed from the sheer exhaustion of this demigod child. Dear you, I dreamt of you last night, that long tendrils of your velvety hair were entwined with mine, and we were peaceful together like that, holding on to silence as we held on to each other. I missed this moment when you disappeared, and now all that's left in the wreckage are the ashes of those times, burned by the gasoline tears I cried for you. I won't hold you again, won't tell you those stories that gently cradle you to sleep, won't sing you a lullaby that will make your heart swell with joy and love, but I can dream about it, about you and about us, and I will, forevermore.